Mr. Kovac is the best.
Here we go. I want everyone to take out those notes I gave you today about Captains of Industry, it's called. And then I will need a clicker, obviously. You have to be good at clicking, though, because this one's a tricky clicking. Yep, we'll do the States. Here we go. Our clicker today is Wisconsin. Who's Wisconsin? Benson's not Wisconsin, is he?
Yep. No, I'm not.
He's a cheesehead. W-I.
That's Wisconsin. Sorry, Anson.
I'll be a clicker.
Montana.
That's right there.
Who's Montana?
That's right
It's
there.
empty.
It's right here.
Oh, the empty one?
Empty. Nevada.
Minnesota. We got him right here. Of course it's Minnesota. Of course it is. All right, Tom's got your notes out?
It's never. No. It's never.
So today,
Well, this is
excuse me, need your attention right now. Today we're going to be talking about the captains of industry. We're not talking about the people that invented things like we did yesterday, but the people that were the leaders of their industry. Let's look at this political cartoon first. Who do you think these giant men are? Jacob.
Question.
What?
First, why are they like so fat?
That's part of the answer.
Okay, that.
Will, who do you think they are?
They're manufacturers, like the major things like John D. Rockefeller.
Yeah, this one, for example, this represents the steel industry, so this would be
And he's fat with money.
Andrew Carnegie. Yeah, they're fat from all the money they have. Okay. Good. Layla?
It looks like it's a sack.
A sack maybe full of money. All right. Go ahead.
It would have right on their stomach.
So our first captain of industry is John D. Rockefeller. He was the leader of the oil industry. It's already written for you. John D. Rockefeller. So he created the Standard Oil Company in Ohio in 1870. Yeah, what?
Who's this sponsored by?
Oh, the Red Robin.
McDonald's.
Of course, it's Red. It's Red Robin.
Red Robin.
This PowerPoint is brought to you by Red Robin.
What about,
I don't get that.
Standard Oil Company.
what did you get?
Go ahead to the next slide. I think it's a graph. Yes, so let's look at this for a second. Oil production between 1865 and 1900. This is why John D. Rockefeller became so rich. In 1865, would you say there was a high demand for oil or a low demand?
Low, because there
Low.
wasn't many cars.
There was only 2.5 million barrels of oil that was produced. That's not very many, so they didn't need that much. What are some things that maybe led to the increase in the need for oil? Maybe the automobile? Other things too, actually. You can see how it increased a little bit. Then there's a giant increase between 1885 and 1890. All right, and then by 1900 we're at, I think, 65 million barrels of oil. So he made all his money off of oil. And he was one of the first people to be accused of having a monopoly. Who knows what a monopoly is? It's not a board game.
Made in Italy.
A monopoly is when a person or a corporation has too much money, so they therefore have too much power over the country, so the government breaks them.
That's exactly correct. So John D. Rockefeller's Standard Oil Company had too much control over the oil industry. Go ahead. So a monopoly is a company that controls all or nearly all of the business of an oil industry, or of an industry. In this case, it's the oil industry. If we look at this political cartoon, this says Standard Oil Company, and it's like an octopus controlling everything. It's got everything within its tentacles. It has too much power.
Smiles, oil company.
Who thinks it would be a good idea to watch a quick video about John D. Rockefeller and the Standard Oil Company? Click on the picture. There's going to be a short commercial. Probably Alaska. Can you make it big?
Alaska.
Although it might be for the car.
I should be Sarah Palin for a lot.
Can you make it full screen?
Hi, I'm Paul Hockman.
And I'm Katie Lynn.
Oh, it's the car.
technology experts, and one of our jobs is really to review and discuss the latest in technologies and gadgets and innovation across
So the video starts
For example, the
18 seconds.
2011 Lincoln MKX.
You want
Move
to
the
know
little
how the
hand
video
thing out of the
feels
picture.
sleek, it's stylish, it gives you that first class feel. But at the
mouse.
same
Yeah,
time,
that's
having
right.
groundbreaking technology is really integrated right in to be able to aid and assist you.
It's actually technology that disappears. It just helps you run.
All right, here we go.
Last up.
Please pay attention.
John Davidson Rockefeller got into the oil business almost as an afterthought. Already a wealthy man by his late 20s, Rockefeller saw the future one cold fall day in 1863 when a new railroad reached Cleveland. Now, Cleveland was linked to the oil-rich regions of Pennsylvania. Dozens of petroleum refineries quickly sprang up along the city's rail lines. Rockefeller knew an opportunity when he saw one. In 1864, he bought his first oil refinery. As the Civil War ended and America's economy became more and more industrialized, demand for kerosene grew in the nation's rapidly expanding urban areas. Rockefeller's profits soared. Despite his success, Rockefeller was not content, but his drive to expand his operations was at the mercy of his suppliers, over which he had virtually no control. To Rockefeller, stabilize meant control, and the best way to get control was to buy it. He bought his own ships to transport Rockefeller kerosene from Cleveland to the Midwest, tanker cars to transport crude oil to the company's refineries and warehouses in New York. By 1879, after 15 long years of intimidation, force, and strong-arm tactics, the Standard Oil Company controlled an incredible 90% of all refinery operations in the United States. But Rockefeller's overwhelming power caused some Americans to fear that the free enterprise system was in danger. Criticism of Rockefeller reached unprecedented levels. Moving quickly to protect himself, Rockefeller came up with a brilliant plan. In 1882, he organized the Standard Oil Trust.
The trust is a legal form of business organization, and in the latter part of the 19th century, it was the mechanism by which monopolies were created. What Rockefeller did with all of his oil companies, he, in a sense, folded them into the Standard Trust that ended up